This is a 160 Q&A practice test. Plaintiff Attorney Ms. MS period Morris, capital M-O-R-R-I-S. Defense Attorney Mr. Alvarez, capital A-L-V-A-R-E-Z. And we'll start with defense attorney. Ready? Okay, and did you receive some type of monetary settlement as a result of that? Yes. And how much did you receive? The whole thing or just either one, whatever you recall? Maybe about $23,000, I think. $23,000 payable to you. I don't remember if it was $23,000, the award minus everything, or if that was the amount that I was given. Okay, do you recall the name of the, strike that, did you have an attorney represent you for that? Yes. Who was that attorney? Kate Antonio. Other than that prior claim you had against Pacific Bell, is that correct? Yes. Have you had any other workers' compensation claims? Yes. And who was that? Mimi's Cafe. And what type of injury did you sustain there? To what body part you mean? Yes, my leg. Which leg? I don't remember which leg it was, left or right. Okay, and how did you sustain injury to your leg? I slipped on the wet floor. Okay, and did you lose time from work as a result of that accident? I don't remember. And did you receive some type of monetary settlement? No. Do you recall the names of any doctors who may have treated you for that injury? No, that was a long time ago. Okay, did you have an attorney represent you for that injury? No. Any other prior workers' compensation cases? Not that I recall. Now, before working for Orange Unified, where did you work? Southland College Foundation. And where were they located? Los Angeles. And what type of work did you do for them? Tutoring. And how long did you work for them? Approximately 4 years. And you tutored children? Yes. Of what ages? K through 12. And when you worked for Southland College Foundation, how many hours a week would you typically work? They varied. Can you give me an estimate? Anywhere from 2 to 10. 2 to 10 hours per week. I'm sorry, 2 to 10 per week. And when you worked for them, do you recall what your rate of pay was? $17. And when you last worked there, who was your last immediate supervisor? Mr. Rogers. Were you ever injured while employed there? No. Why did you leave that employment? The hours weren't enough. Before the Community Health Foundation, where did you work? I didn't work for Community Health Foundation. Before that, I worked for Southland College Foundation. I'm sorry, Southland College Foundation. Where did you work before that? USC. And what did you do at USC? I was a mentor for students. Was it a paid position? Yes. And how long did you do that? Maybe, I think it was a year. I worked with the different departments. Okay, and during that year, maybe a year, 2 years, I don't recall. Okay, and during that year or two, how many hours did you generally work? They varied according to the student's demands, what the student needed, I would say. Okay, can you give me an estimate? It's like maybe 2 to 10, 15, I don't recall, honestly. Were you ever injured while working at USC? No. Why did you leave that employment? I graduated. And before USC, where did you work? Orange Coast Community College. And what did you do there? I was a tutor, and I worked in the computer lab. And you tutored other students? Yes. And how many hours a week would you generally work? That varied also according to the student need. Can you give me an estimate? Approximately 2 to 10, maybe more. Were you ever injured while employed at Orange Coast Community? No. And before Orange Coast Community College, where did you work? I think it was Pacific Bell, yeah. And how long did you work for Pacific Bell? 13 years. Where were they located? The general office? Where is that? No, are you referring to the general office? Yeah, right. The general offices were in Los Angeles, I think. And that was your work location? No. That's what he's asking. Where was your work location? I had different locations. What did you do for them? What type of work? I was a directory assistant operator. And they would send you to different locations? No, they closed offices and shifted us to different places. Okay, and why did you leave that employment? I developed carpal tunnel, and you couldn't return back to that type of work as a result of the carpal tunnel? No. Okay, before Pacific Bell, where did you work? Kmart, I think that was. Were you a salesperson? Yes. How long did you work for them? Approximately 2-3 years. And which Kmart? Santa Ana. Were you ever injured there? Not that I recall. Any prior to that, where did you work? Mimi's Cafe. And where were they located? Different locations. You say you slipped and fell there? Yes. Mimi's Cafe. After your slip and fall, did you return back to work at Mimi's Cafe? Yes. How long did you work at Mimi's Cafe? Offhand, I don't remember. Maybe, give me an estimate, maybe 3-4 years. And what type of work did you do there? Sales. Cashier? Cashier, cleanup. Did you cook? Yes. Okay, when were you hired at Orange Unified? In 2001. I'm not sure exactly when I was hired. I think my start date is October 2010. And what did they hire you as? What position? Alternative Ed Learning Lab Assistant. And are you still to this day an Alternative Lab Ed? Yes, same position. Assistant, same position. What are your duties in general as an Alternative Ed Lab Assistant? I work in the classroom with the teacher and make copies, file, work with the students in their different subjects, clerical duties, whatever. And where are you presently? What location are you at? The Employment Choices Center. Where is that located? It's on Western. I don't remember the address. It's on Western, I think. I confuse it because I was at the other Western, so I confuse the address. I think it's on Western. I think it's 2106. I'm thinking that's, what other locations have you worked at other than this present one, Western High School? And how long did you work at Western High School? For a year. It's the same Employment Choices Center. It's just I was off-site. Okay, so you worked off-site for 1 year? I worked at the Employment Choices Center. Then I went off-site. Now I'm back at the main center. All right, the word list. We have Kate Antonio, capital K-A-T-E, new word, capital A-N-T-O-N-I-O. Pacific Bell, capital P-A-C-I-F-I-C, new word, capital B-E-L-L. Mimi's Cafe, capital M-I-M-I apostrophe S, new word, capital C-A-F-E. Mimi's Cafe. Orange Unified, capital O-R-A-N-G-E, new word, capital U-N-I-F-I-E-D. Southland College Foundation, capital S-O-U-T-H-L-A-N-D, capital C on college, capital F on foundation. Southland College Foundation. Los Angeles, capital LOS, new word, capital ANGELES. Mr. Rogers, capital ROGERS. Community Health Foundation, capital COMMUNITY, new word, capital HEALTH, new word, capital FOUNDATION. USC, capital U, capital S, capital C. No periods, no spaces. USC, all caps, no periods, no spaces. Orange Coast Community College, capital ORANGE, new word, capital COAST, new word, capital COMMUNITY, capital C on college. Orange Coast Community College. Los Angeles, capital LOS, new word, capital ANGELES. Kmart, capital K, space, capital MART. Santa Ana, capital SANTA, new word, capital ANA. Santa Ana. Orange Unified, capital ORANGE, new word, capital UNIFIED. Orange Unified. Employment Choices Center, capital E on employment, capital C on choices, capital C on center. Employment Choices Center. Western, capital WESTERN. Western High School, capital H on high, capital S on school. Western High School. And that is it for the word list. And that will conclude our 160 Q&A practice test.